Hello everyone, it's Kavita from Red Door Yoga. Thank you for joining me online for the Red Door Yoga Mini Sutra series. Today I wanted to talk to you about human desire. Now, I believe I've spoken to you guys about this in the past, but I was asked about this story recently and I thought, I'm going to tell it again. I'm going to talk on this topic again. So there's a story that I remember reading many years ago, probably almost 20 years ago. And the story was about a beggar and a king. So there was this beggar who sat in his tattered robes on the ground outside the gates to the kingdom. He had a begging bowl in his hand. One day, the king rode out with his army. He was on his way somewhere. There was great pomp and circumstance, as there always was with the king. And he saw to the side this beggar sitting there. And he thought he would show how magnanimous he was. And he said to the beggar, "You there, extend your bowl. I will have my men fill your begging bowl completely so that you can want for no more." The beggar looked at the king and he said, "I'm afraid, sire, you cannot do that." And the king said, "What do you mean?" And the beggar said, "You do not have enough to fill my bowl." The king was insulted. The king was proud. And the king said, "I will fill that bowl. You just watch and see." And so he sent a couple of his soldiers to the treasury to bring back bags of gold to fill this little bowl that the beggar was holding. And the soldiers did, and they started to pour the gold into the beggar's bowl. And they poured, and they poured, and they poured some more. And the bags of gold emptied, but the bowl itself was not full. So the king told the soldiers to go back to the treasury and keep bringing more bags of gold and keep filling that bowl until it was full. And they did what they were told, until they had emptied the entire treasury. Finally, defeated, the king looked at the beggar and he said, "You must tell me one thing. What is that bowl made out of, that it cannot be filled with all the coffers in the kingdom?" And the beggar looked at him and he smiled. "The bowl is made of human desire." The moral of that story is to teach us that human desire is limitless. It is bottomless. We all have desire, every single one of us. And if we fulfill it, it just begets more desire, and more desire, and more desire. It never ends. Now that does not mean one should not fulfill desire. It just means that one should not fulfill it with the expectation that it will end. And one should also be choosy about the desires one fulfills. If you are going through your life with this idea that every desire that you have must be fulfilled, you, like the king, are stuck in an endless outpouring of all of your energy, resources, your focus that will come to naught. Spend more time letting go of your desires. Handpick a few to fulfill. Human desire has no end. I hope this was helpful to everyone, and it is my pleasure being here with you. So if you've got thoughts, comments, questions, you put them in the comment section. I will be happy to read them. If you have some topics you'd like me to speak on, please do ask. I'd be happy to chat with all of you about them. This is our way of extending yoga philosophy for those who can't be with us at the studio. And so, please share these videos on your social media platforms, share them with others so that they too may actually hear the lessons that we're teaching. Together, we'll expand the community and we will reduce suffering for everyone. I look forward to having you all with me again next week. Namaste.